And we're live. All right, welcome back. It's been a while. This is listen to this while doing laundry. You can listen to this while doing anything, and we'll talk about all the interesting topics and stuff going on. My name's James, and who's next?
What's up, guys?
Yeah. So we got Dondre, the newsman, and we got Zach, the relationship expert. So today we're going to be talking about John Gacy, the killer clown.
Aren't all clowns killers? Why would anyone want to be a clown if they weren't mentally disturbed already?
Yeah, I think back in the day though, it was like an actual thing. Like people had clowns come to their kids' birthday parties a lot, like in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I never once had a clown ever come to any of my childhood parties ever.
Yeah, but you weren't born back then. That's what I'm saying.
Why did it stop? Was it because of all the killing?
Yeah, it's because it was creepy after a while. But first, actually, before we get started, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the people that are actually listening and leaving comments. So yeah, we do want to let you know we do read them, and we do appreciate you, asking like where we've been at. So thanks for listening. So we're gonna try to keep it consistent.
No, that's untrue. We hate all of you. I hope you all die.
Yeah. So that's Dondre. That's the doctor right there.
Find better things to do with your life and your time.
Don't tell them that, dude. They're gonna stop listening to us.
Or if you're white, don't go around killing people either.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I guess before we get into the main story, what's going on with the news?
A lot of people died this week or last week, or in general. So
A lot of people die every week.
I guess that's true. So screw all of them then, since a lot of people die. Jeffrey Epstein, that porn guy, he decided to kill himself.
No. That was not suicide. There's no way.
What are you talking about? People kill themselves all the time.
No, because he tried to do it previously, and they had him on suicide watch. But he stated.
So you think it's some Law and Order SVU?
No. Listen. He stated that someone tried to kill him. All right.
People probably did. He's at some kind of sick child porn thing.
Exactly.
I'm sure he had tell.
Yeah, exactly. He had dirt on very high profile people.
Oh, so that's the risk you take.
So I'm saying he was killed. There's no way he committed suicide, especially after he's on suicide watch.
When he's on get got.
So what happened?
So I think someone with high connections went in there and killed him.
You're insane.
Went inside there and killed him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that can happen. Yes, people get killed all the time.
No, not someone that's supposed to stand trial. That
that happens all the time with drug dealers and stuff. They get shanked.
No, this is different. This is someone that has dirt on high profile people. You're not understanding here. All right. So, this isn't some average Joe. This is the dude that could have put several people away.
We are on the same page. Yes, people who have dirt on other people usually get killed in prison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
exactly.
Yeah, so that wasn't suicide. There's no way.
But I think he killed himself.
No.
So he could have been.
Why would he kill himself?
Yeah.
Because people. I think you should kill yourself if you know you're guilty. I don't even go to trial. I don't want to have to tell all my stuff. I just kill myself in prison.
What are lawyers for?
Actually, I wouldn't even go to prison to kill myself before that. I would leave them on a highway speed like OJ. And once the car ran out of gas, I'd make a run for it.
Man.
But yeah, so he's dead. So, God save the Queen, or whatever those British people say.
So that was insane. I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh, no way. No
Um,
way.
what the heck? People die all the time. Um, what else? I think Trump is on vacation right now. I think he's on this 2 weeks vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation from what? I'm not really sure, but uh,
Dude,
he's on
it's a
vacation.
full-time job tweeting as much as he does, all right?
I know. Making so many bad decisions. It must be exhausting on him.
Oh, also, did you hear about when he was on the campaign trail, what Biden said?
What'd he
No,
say?
I don't follow Joe Biden.
No? He
I
said,
told you I'm for Elizabeth Warren on
dude,
Monday.
he messed up. He said something along the lines of, um, he said, poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
Wait, what? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He messed up, man. He let
God.
it slip. He's still racist.
Um, I don't follow Joe Biden. Elizabeth Warren raised to number two, um, right after Joe. I think it's her time. I have been a fan of Warren. She has a plan for everything. I've been a fan for her for years. So hopefully these people won't be complete losers and vote against their interests like people always do. So.
Well, I'll tell you one
Uh,
thing.
So what I'm saying is, there probably won't be, United States in a couple years, so I think it'll be fine.
Hey,
What else has happened in the news? Nothing much, really. It's really hot right now. There's a big heat wave in
you're a big
Texas.
heat wave.
I don't know what that means, but Texas.
Um, what's it
And then,
called?
just all the mass shootings that continue to happen in the U.S. because people are weird as fuck. And then
Yeah.
also, Congress won't vote on strengthening measures to keep our election secure. So there's that. Um,
What about what's that nickname they're calling Mitch McConnell?
oh, Moscow,
Yeah.
Moscow, bitch, bitch. I guess. I'm sorry. That is funny. I
Yeah.
get that. That's the one good thing.
That's
I don't
good.
know what his problem. I don't know what his problem is. Like I don't know. I
I
don't
mean, you know
understand.
exactly what it is. He's getting the money from the enemy.
It's just very strange. Like I don't know. It is concerning, but
I mean, it is kind of weird. Like what would be the downside of making sure our elections are secure?
well, I haven't read all the bills. So the Republicans are saying there's a lot of more. There's a lot of other things in there um, besides just like, hey, we need to secure the machines or switch to paper ballots. Um, but
Would you vote if they had paper ballots?
I think that would be a. I mean, aren't we already cutting down a lot of rainforest trees? I mean, I think that would be a huge waste of time. I don't know why there's not a better way. Why there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think either way, whether you do it electronically or through paper ballot, I mean, either way has a like risk of being tampered with.
Yeah. So I don't have a solution. I don't know. I, I, I you know, I was pro dictatorship, so I don't know why we have a
What?
question. I think the vast majority of people are morons. Also, a lot of interesting stuff is going on in Israel. So they put into effect new categories of killing offenses, and then also they blocked like I think over 1,700 pedophilia websites.
Hmm. Why would they do that?
Um, just to ruin people's lives, I guess. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with Turkey.
Did y'all hear about that one dude that got sent back to Iraq and
No.
died?
Oh, the one that had like he died from like he didn't have his insulin or something. He was like an American or something. What was that about?
Yeah, so
I vaguely read that.
allegedly there was a dude who he came to the States when he was 6 months old. Always lived here, and ICE agents sent him back to Iraq, and he died on the streets there, homeless.
Damn. So wait, what? How old was he when he got deported? Was he like in his 20s?
Yeah, like he was pretty young.
Oh, he's pretty still young. Damn. So like, well, I guess like was he like doing all this time to? I mean, his whole life he was like just waiting to become a citizen, or?
No, he was just living his normal life.
Yeah, I don't think people always get it because like Teresa Giudice's husband, he was like his family came here like when he was in elementary school, and he was deported back to Italy here, and he's like in his 40s. He just never, I don't know, for some reason he just never decided to become a citizen. I don't know. I think life just happens, and you don't think it's important, or
Okay.
who you have a presidency that is against.
Okay.
Also, football season started.
And then
Oh.
also, yes, but for all you people
Preseason.
out there, and then also, there's some protests going on in Hong
Wait.
Kong and some people.
Wait. Wait. We have
What?
to say. We have to say it. We have to say who the best team is. Let's go. How about them boys?
We the boys.
Yeah.
The
Holla,
Falcons.
holla.
What'd you say?
the Falcons. That's who you're representing, right?
Shut up. That's you. Alright, so okay, so we gotta mention them.
Oh, didn't like Dax? Didn't he sign his contract? It's only going to be like for $3 million or something, right? It's not even a lot of money. He's a loser. Can't even command high dollar. What a jackass.
So and what else was going on? Protests. Oh yeah, protests in Hong Kong, huh?
Protests in Hong Kong, and they're using tear gas against the people. Just tyranny
Oh yeah,
at the
dude.
highest of levels.
Have y'all looked into that actually?
Uh.
Like, I can't believe they're letting that stuff fly.
Oh, like the protests?
No, like as in, so, cause like Hong Kong is like, it's like different.
Hmm.
You mean before British rule? Yes, it's different.
No, I'm talking
What are you
about different from. They have like different rules and regulations than mainland. And basically, what's happening is, they're trying to make it more like the mainland, and which is making them lose their like identity.
Hmm.
Like, how did it even get to that point?
I don't know.
Oh, also one more thing that kind of applies to us. Apparently, on the new ballot, and this is, I don't know if this is true or not, but just for Texans voters, there's a provision on there that says to bring in a state income tax. And I'm like, hell no.
State income
Make
tax.
sure, right? Because you know how like most states have a state income tax, right?
Yeah, we don't. That's why you want to win the lottery in Texas, so you don't have to.
Yeah, there's
pay
only
federal
there's
and
only
state
like
tax.
5 or 6 states out of the 50 that don't have a state income tax. So basically, imagine whatever Uncle Sam is taking right now,
You gotta use more. We should take
and then they
it.
take another
They're
10%.
bastards. All of them. They're bastards.
Okay? So make sure that when you vote, make sure you vote for the thing that says do not add a state income tax.
Yeah. Yeah, that would.
Unless you want to start paying 10% more of your income.
That's DeAndre's department right there.
I would never pay anything to it. It's ridiculous how much money we pay in taxes and how much shit you still have to pay for, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and on a side note for you, never mind. We'll save that for next.
What?
I was gonna go into a history lesson.
Okay.
About the protest.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
So yeah, just want to throw that out there.
Okay. So is that are we caught up on the news? We've been gone a while, so are we caught up?
Yes.
Oh,
white
Bugo
supremacy
wins
is on the
$3
rise.
million in Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
For all the parents out there that says don't Make your kids play video games.
Don't,
Fuck y'all.
no, don't let your kids play video games. They're not going to be one of these losers who win money. They're just going to be a regular loser, a broke regular loser.
Even the ones that aren't, that don't make it, though, they still are well off.
Yes, but they contribute zero to society. I think they actually.
It's
work
the new
for
form of
society.
entertainment. That's what they're contributing.
No, I highly disagree.
You can disagree all you want, but the numbers are there.
The numbers, because making money always means you're a success.
No, I mean, it's about like the viewership. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. That's why I stand by my claim that the vast majority of people are wrong.
Yeah, it's true. But that's where it's heading now.
Yes. Next, we're gonna be watering the lawns with Gatorade.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
We'll get that
we're
right.
almost there. We're literally almost there. Oh, holy shit. And then also, yeah, and I guess stick with that, the video game scene. Ninja moved from Twitch to Mixer.
Oh yeah, he already has 1 million subs,
Yeah, really?
but they're not legitimate.
Hmm.
But yeah, he has 1 million subs.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I was reading into like, because you know how it was a undisclosed amount in the agreement. I was looking into that, to how much it might be. Some popular streamers like Forsen and some others have speculated like maybe 10 mil a year he gets, or if it's a lump sum like up to.
Someone said so Mixer is the company created by Microsoft,
Yeah,
and someone leaked it. I don't know if it's true or not.
really?
They paid him $50 million to stream
50
exclusive.
million? Dude,
Yeah. And look how great and full their lives are.
what's he gonna
I'd
do
rather
with
be-
that?
I'd rather be Laura Sanchez hoeing myself around with Jeff Bezos.
And that's for a 3-year contract, right?
I don't know how many years, but yeah.
It's a lifetime contract until he's 65 years old and has arthritis.
Yeah, I think it was a 3-year contract. That's really good. That's more than some athlete. That's more than Dak Prescott.
I mean,
Is that?
everyone makes more money than Dak Prescott.
Is that more than Zeke? Did he finally return from return to camp?
His $3 million deal. Wait, let's be sure about that.
That sounds kind of low. I was gonna say that sounds kind of low.
Let's make sure. Let's make sure.
I mean, he's technically still a rookie, but
I wanna make sure I'm not. I don't wanna play it out there. Not making anything. Let's see.
yeah, let me know when you find it.
Yep, I was right. What a freak of your life.
What, 3 million a year?
2.7 million. I mean, 2.7 million total for 4 years.
For 4 years? Wait,
So I
each year
would
he gets
say-
that, or in
yeah.
total?
That's what this is saying in total.
Wow, really?
That's what this is saying.
No
So he got
way.
about $400,000 sign-on bonus. He's guaranteed 383. Nothing. Like nothing.
Damn, that is low. Holy shit.
God, what a loser. He was whatever. He's 26. Ugh.
So, yeah, I
So
think.
Dax, if you're listening, you sold yourself short, and you're a loser.
Hey, don't listen to him, Dak.
Is that
Alright.
true for Dakota?
Dak is short for Dakota Williams.
What a loser. Oh, did you know that Maury is still on the air?
Who?
Remember that show, Maury?
Oh,
Do you
That
not
was my
remember that?
shit.
It's still on the air. Its first show was in like 1991.
The show is
holy
hilarious.
crap. He's still skating by. Well, I don't think anyone makes more money than Judge Judy. Besides for the amount of work you have to put in.
yeah. All right. Well, I think that about does it for the news. Anything else y'all think of?
No.
Okay, good. All right. So now let's go over to what Zach calls his love corner. Hey, Zach, what do you call that?
Kind of gross.
You know, there's a lot of going on in this corner.
All right. So we got some more relationship questions for you here, Zach. All right. So this is, I think, from a man. They'll call him Don.
What
Don.
the heck? No, that's not me. This is not
Yeah, okay. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, his name's Don. He's 38 years old, male. His girlfriend, 28 years old. His girlfriend of 6 years.
Wait, he's 38 and she's 28?
Yep.
Ugh, it's not going to work
You say that about everything. So
out.
his girlfriend of 6 years has recently been sending nude and provocative Snapchats to other men. She claims it's payback for him because 3 years ago she found porn on his computer and on his search on Instagram. Is what basically he's asking is what he got caught having porn on his browser equal to what she's doing, which is sending, I guess, nudes to guys.
It's a shitty situation. You said his name is Don.
Yeah, Don to be
38.
exact.
38 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty shitty situation, Don. And the reason why I say that is because, like, y'all been dating for 6 years, and I mean, if you really like this one, that's some shit, you know, you just can't let it slide, because as a result of those Snapchats, the dude's not just gonna be seeing those pictures and not trying to do nothing. So it's always that possibility. So for me, that's like a no. Unless it's a situation where you're like, okay, she has a premium Snapchat, and this is one of the ways she bring the money in, and y'all have like an agreement. Even then, that's like really towing the line. But if that's just purely to get back at you, that's stupid, right? Because, like, as dudes, finding porn, finding like Instagram, like, you don't even have to go looking, it's just there, shit on Instagram. So for me, that's a hard no. You're gonna have to define your own boundaries. You're gonna have to let her know, I know you think this is payback, but it's really not. That's the reason why.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. He said, let her know. Listen, you 38-year-old loser. I have a couple of questions here. So, how did you find out that she was sending nude pictures? Were you going through her phone? How do you have access to her Instagram or something? Like, you sound like a crazy and okay. You're not married to her. She's only like your girlfriend. So why don't you put a ring on it, and then you can tell her what the hell she can't. Number two, she sounds like a hoe. I'm very confused by this whole situation. How? I mean, like, it's okay to be a hoe if you what you want, but I mean, you need to decide if you're.
So who's it sounds like you're taking the girl side on this one.
Yes.
Okay, and then
If
Kai,
she
what
wants
do
to
you
be a hoe,
think?
she can be a hoe.
It really depends, right? Like, is this like a premium Snapchat? For me, that's the most important question. If it's not, then
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Zach is saying she has to be a paid hoe. If she's a paid hoe, that's okay. Then you can
if
the
she's
relationship can.
bringing the money and she bringing in good money, and you going on vacation, y'all got an
What
agreement.
kind of money? Like if she's only charging $5 a pick, like is that okay? Or does it have to be
She a cheap
$20
hoe.
a pick? So she can't be a cheap hoe. She has to be a high paid hoe.
Then you treat her like a cheap hoe.
Um, Plus she's I mean like 28. and you're 38, that's gross.
You're
I mean,
weird,
you're
bro.
you're almost middle age, you loser.
Let's not judge our listeners.
No, you're a loser. Don't write us again. Good luck with your life.
All right, there goes Dondre, Mr. Cynical. Um,
No, I believe in love, but not
yeah,
this love.
yeah. I don't think you have a say in this. You don't have a say in anything.
Oh, I have a say. I'm American, so we have a say in everything.
I'm an American. I'm invincible. All right, so
What about you, James? What do you think?
yeah, I'd say that's not okay. I mean, everyone looks at porn, girls and guys, unless it depends on what kind of porn she found.
Oh, wait. What do you mean?
Like if she found Epstein porn, then yeah,
Then I don't understand if she felt that kind of pornography. Then what?
then
Like,
it's payback time.
what the fuck? What do you just call the cop? I don't know. Would you? That's an interesting question. Would,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
if
you do.
if you found on your girl's computer, um, uh, little boy porn, what are you doing? Are you breaking up with her? Or are you calling the cops and breaking up with
I'm
her?
taking her to the
What?
police station.
Oh, you're saying like we're gonna go on a date, and you drop off the police station, and you drop off the laptop? I don't understand.
I'd be like, boom, busted.
So what if
Um,
it wasn't? What if it was? What if it was just hardcore stuff? Then what?
that's fine, as long as it's like what kind of hardcore?
Like slave and chains and weird stuff.
That's normal, bro. What are you talking about?
You freak out.
Dude, you don't do that?
That's disgusting. What do you mean? No, I'm black. I don't want to get whipped.
Yeah. That's a good point. All right. So, yeah, no, it depends. If it's, I'm pretty sure, like, if it's just like regular stuff, that's, I mean, it's something you could talk about if it makes you uncomfortable, but like doing payback, that's, I don't
Maybe
know.
this is her way of she just wants to get out of the relationship, but she doesn't want to, I don't know, confront him or something.
That could be.
I don't know. I don't know. This is just a weird thing. I've never. This is. You guys need to go to. I don't know. You need to go to church. You need Jesus. Maybe that can help.
Hey, that's not real, all right?
Oh, I forgot. Atheist James going to hell, James.
I'll see you there, man.
What? That's so mean.
All right, all right. So yeah, they're always great relationship advice. You know, Zach gives the good advice, and then Dondre comes in and gives you terrible advice. So you get two sides of the coin there. So yeah.
Realistic advice.
So yeah, if you have any questions at all, it doesn't have to be about relationship advice. Can be about anything. Send us your questions or comments in the email in the link below, and yeah, we'll always read it.
We provide financial advice, career advice,
Yeah, if you need help on stocks,
estate planning, everything.
everything, we got you.
If you've committed a murder, you need to know if you're going to get away with it.
That's a good point. Yeah, we can do that too. All right, so moving on to the main story that we're talking about here, John Wayne Gacy, aka the Killer Clown, aka it in real life.
Is this the son of actual John Wayne, the actor?
Of course.
You're going to slander the name of John Wayne?
Hell yeah. So, John Wayne Gacy, he raped, tortured, and murdered at least 33 teenage boys and young men. Why are you laughing?
What the fuck? I thought he was just a raper and killer of women, but of young boys? Oh.
Yeah, he's all his victims look like were male. well, as far as the ones that they found. 33 teenage boys and young men between 1972 and 78 in Illinois.
Oh, Illinois, that explains it.
So it says all of his murders were committed inside his Norwood Park Ranch house. His victims were typically induced to his address by force or deception.
By force? How do you force a person into your house?
He's probably a big, strong man.
Very weird. Is that what you like? Big, strong men?
Why do you think I'm friends with you, huh?
Question. Well, I'm not sure. I'm confused. Did he like where did he live? Did he just live like in like a regular like ranch style house in a regular, or did he have land? How do people not see some?
I think he, I don't know. He may have lived in the suburbs, I think, because he. So the reason that he was called the Killer Clown is because he worked as a clown and he went to kids' birthday parties. So I think he lived in like the suburbs.
Oh, I thought he was called Killer Clown because he just wore really big shoes.
I see where your confusion comes from, but no. He buried 26 of his victims in the crawl space of his home, and 3 other victims were buried elsewhere on his properties, while the bodies of his last 4 known victims were discarded in the Des Plaines River.
Okay, I'm confused. The people that he killed, these little boys don't just go missing and no one notices. Like, how were the cops not able to find pattern? Like, this guy was this kid had a clown at his birthday party. All of them had recent birthday parties with clowns. Couldn't we investigate? Like, I don't understand.
Listen, that's not how you investigate, okay? That's why you're not a professional investigator. What you want to do is you pull up in your van with your talking dog. Make sure you have lots of snacks for your stoner friend, and then you split up.
What? That sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Exactly. That was the joke.
Listen. Okay. I want you to listen to me very, 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 very carefully. This is how I would solve this, okay? Because in the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered.
Did you just look up the intro for that?
New York, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of the Link Squad Malicious Action Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Okay.
That's how I.
Wait, no, you forgot. Dun dun.
Dun dun.
Yeah. There you go. Yo, that show is always depressing.
It's still on. Season 21's gonna air here recently soon.
When do you think it'll end? Do they still have the same characters on there?
No. So Ice-T is still on there. My favorite character was Munch, the conspiracy guy. He reminds me of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he laughed. Stabler laughed. They have a new ADA. Cragen laughed. Dr. Wong, the Asian guy, laughed. So really, only Olivia and Ice-T, the ones that first still there.
Okay. So getting back on track. So talking about the Killer Clown, his upbringing here. So as a child, Gacy was overweight and not athletic. He was close to his 2 sisters and mother, but endured a difficult relationship with his father, an alcoholic who was physically abusive to his wife and children. So, and
that wasn't.
And so basically growing up, it sounded like he had a pretty messed up childhood. So besides being, and not just like regularly beaten, like severely physically abusive.
Ambulances and cops.
They're on their way. You better run.
Because I'm black? No, this guy sounded like he had a pretty good childhood. Like, he had 2 sisters, a mom and a dad.
Wait,
2 income.
You didn't let me finish. He was molested and fondled by his uncle, who would take him on rides in his truck.
I don't know if that's true. I think every serial killer says that. I was molested by my uncle.
Well, so yeah.
Why didn't he call CPS? Wasn't CPS around in the 70s?
I don't know. Was it?
Quick, Zach, tell us when Child Protective Service first started.
1981.
Ah,
Was that for real?
so
No.
heck, you're supposed to know everything.
Yeah, what the heck? Zach the all-knowing.
Um, so okay, let me make sure I understand this.
1974.
74. Okay, so before then, people could abuse their kids, and there was really nowhere the kids could go. But in 74, the government decided to do something about it. So you're telling me this kid was getting, he saw his mom being abused, and then away from the house.
So, yeah, so basically, yeah, growing up, he was like abused, and that could have, I guess, have had an effect on him becoming a killer clown. So, let me get to his life or his work as a clown.
Was he a sad clown or a happy clown?
From the pictures, he looked like a very disturbing clown.
He was a disturbing clown. He just had a rough childhood. You can see it in his face.
So, eventually, he got married too, and his wife gave birth to two children, a son named Michael and a daughter named Christine. Um, wow. Huh. Okay. So on August 1967, Gacy committed his first known sexual assault on a teenage boy. The victim was a 15-year-old named Donald Voorhees, the son of a fellow Gacy? What's a Gacy? The son of a fellow Gacy. Jaycee. You know what that is?
Wait, say that again?
No
I
idea.
wasn't listening.
The son of a fellow JC. I have no idea what a JC is.
Jesus Christ. You don't go to church.
Shut up. That's not what it is. The son of a fellow JC. Gacy lured the teenager, the 15-year-old, to his house with the promise.
How do you lure someone?
Okay, I'm about to explain it. Shut up. So he lured him to his house with the promise of showing him pornographic films. Sounds like your thing, Dondre.
Whoa.
What the heck? He said that. He's like, hey, you want to see some pornographic films?
And so once there, he basically gave him a bunch of alcohol, and
Yeah.
once he was, I guess, drunk, he persuaded the 15-year-old to perform oral sex on him. And then over the following months, several other youths were sexually abused in a similar manner, including one whom Gacy encouraged to have sex with his own wife before blackmailing him to perform oral sex on him.
No, you know what? Okay, so I don't know how you persuade a drunk person to, blow you, but I do recall, I do recall a news story where this high school student was like catfishing uh, other like kids that went to his school, like football players and soccer players, crap like that,
Uh-huh.
and so like he would, I guess, like you create fake profiles of girls, and then what the heck? And then once they and have them meet, and he would have them like meet them in the cafeteria of school, and then I realized it was a guy. He was like, "Yeah, I have like all of his like text messages and stuff, and you sent me pictures, and I'll show it to the whole school if you don't like blow me or something." So maybe though I can buy the blackmail thing.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, everything else just sounds like, I mean, it could have been avoided. I don't know. Like, how about you don't go to a stranger's house to watch porno?
Is that a rule? Is that a rule you're gonna tell your kid?
So soon after that, his first victim, that 15-year-old, told his dad that he was sexually assaulted, and Gacy was arrested, and that's the end. They killed him after that. Yeah, so that's it.
Well, sounds like that kid deserved to die personally. He didn't
Just kidding. So
he did a
once
lot of
he was
error.
in jail, he was a good boy and he got parole. He got 12
How do you
months
get
probation.
parole? Oh my god.
So he got 12 months probation after serving 18 months of his 10-year sentence. So, yeah, he got out super fucking early. Um,
Yeah, they send people who have um, marijuana and cocaine on them back at that time. They get life sentences. But whatever.
hmm. So, damn.
So
So yeah, basically after he got released, part of his parole, I guess, conditions were that he would relocate to Chicago to live with his mother, and he had a 10 p.m. curfew. And then once he moved back there, that's when he started, I guess, his clown business. Um,
oh,
so
so he could be around more kids, but wouldn't you be a registered sex offender? So how could you do that?
yeah, I think at the time that wasn't a thing. I'm assuming it had to. It,
Zach, when did the registered sex offender list start? Let me see. I'm gonna search right now.
okay.
You know what's a funny thing about my Google searches? I'm going to my Google thing, and when I type something, it's like always history stuff comes up because I'm cool.
All right. What'd you find?
Oh goodness. 1994.
Yeah. So this was in this is before that. So yeah, they he wasn't registered as a sex offender.
Oh, and it began with the Jacob Weathering Act. What the hell is Jacob Weathering? Oh yeah,
So
crazy.
yeah. So eventually Gacy, I guess, somehow became aware of a clown club. So there's a clown club called the Jolly Joker Clown Club, and the members would regularly perform at fundraising events and parades in addition to voluntarily entertaining hospitalized children. And then in late 1975, Gacy joined the Jolly Jokers and created his own performance characters, Pogo the Clown and Patches the Clown. So he had two different clowns, two different clown personalities that he would don, and he designed his own costumes, taught himself how to apply his own makeup, um, and hmm,
Oh my God, this is interesting.
what?
So in Texas, back onto the sex offender listing, you can search like by radius to see like who is a sex offender around you. And Texas does not allow you to do that. 50,
Doesn't?
it doesn't. It is not one of them that will let you see who is around you. How interesting. You have to have the person's name. That's it. Wow.
So 1975 is when he started his clown personalities, And then also in 1975, Gacy told his wife that he was bisexual. And after they had sex on Mother's Day that year, he informed her that this would be the last time they would ever have sex. And then after that, he began spending most evenings away from home and would return late. And then his wife was stated to have, she said that she observed him bringing teenage boys into his garage and also found gay pornography inside the house. And then they divorced the following year in 1976. So, yeah. So, it sounds like a few. Oh man, I don't know. I guess it was just the time, because like it sounds like he got like just a slap on the wrist for doing all this stuff so far.
Well, he probably wasn't really white. That's my only guess. Oh, I admin my thing I just said. If you actually can't go to the national list, but if you go to the state of Texas, you can search, and there's not a lot that live by me. That makes me happy.
Okay. So moving on.
On another note, if anyone
So all that was just the mild stuff. So now, after his wife and him got divorced, this is when he started murdering his victims.
oh, so beforehand he was just raping people.
Yeah. So his first murder victim was Timothy McCoy. So on January 2nd, 1972, Gacy picked up 16-year-old Timothy McCoy from a Greyhound bus terminal in Chicago.
How did he pick a 16-year-old out?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just like the time back then. It's crazy. He was like just having sex with underage people left and right, and no one did shit. So he took him on a sightseeing tour of Chicago, and then drove him to his home with the promise that he would spend the night and be driven back to the station in time to catch his bus. According
What the fuck?
So according to Gacy's account of the murder, he awoke the following morning to find McCoy standing in his bedroom doorway with a kitchen knife. Gacy leaped from his bed, and McCoy raised both his arms in a gesture of surrender, tilting the knife upwards and accidentally cutting Gacy's forearm. He then twisted the knife from McCoy's wrist, banged his head against his bedroom wall, kicked him against his wardrobe, and walked towards him. McCoy then kicked him in the stomach, and Gacy grabbed McCoy, wrestled him to the floor, then stabbed him repeatedly in the chest. Gacy claimed he then went to his kitchen and saw an open carton of eggs and a slab of unsliced bacon on his kitchen table. McCoy had also set the table for two. He had walked into Gacy's room to wake him. Oh, so I guess that teenager was making breakfast, and for some reason he thought it would be a good idea to go back into the bedroom holding a knife, and that's when McCoy got up, or that's when Gacy got up and killed him. So yeah, that was the first murder. So I guess the first one was well, and this is just all according to him. This is how it went down. So we don't know if it's actually 100% true, but I mean, if it is true, it's, I guess, a misunderstanding. But still, that was his first murder.
Good old murder.
So, and then, so I guess soon after that, What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm looking at all the sex offenders in my neighborhood. There must be a weird like house for them to all stay in, an apartment complex that's just for them. That's literally right down the street from me because there are like over like there's like 50 people here, and they're marked high. High means just the risk level. So I'm reading, their backgrounds and seeing, what they did and stuff. That's what I'm doing.
Or are they real close to you?
I'm serious. They're literally right down the street from me. I can walk to the apartment complex where they're held. I think the most disturbing one I just read was this person raped a 4-year-old girl. So,
Hmm.
uh, but continue, please.
All right. Um, so after this, he just started, I guess, murdering people left and right. So, on July 31st, 1975, so apparently, this killer clown Gacy had some employees that worked for him. So one of the employees was an 18-year-old John Butkovich. So the day before his disappearance, John had threatened Gacy over 2 weeks' outstanding back pay. So Gacy later admitted to luring John to his home while his wife and stepchildren were visiting his sister in Arkansas. Basically, Gacy told him that he was going to pay him if he came to his house to get the money. And so this is where it gets weird. I don't know how he convinced him to do this. Gacy conned him into allowing his wrist to be cuffed behind his back, at which point Gacy strangled him to death and buried him
What the fuck?
in his garage, the concrete floor of his garage. So yeah, I mean, so far it just sounds like a bunch of I don't know. I don't know what the word is, like ignorant or just incompetent. Like, I would never let someone.
Sounds a little unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. I guess plus, this is all his statements, how he said it went down. So, yeah, it could be not at all the way it went down. So then after that, between the years of 1976 and 1978, this is when the majority of his murders were committed. And he referred to it as his cruising years. So,
Yeah, bro.
yeah. So, 1 month after Gacy's divorce, Gacy abducted and murdered an 18-year-old named Daryl. 5 weeks later, he abducted a 15-year-old named Randall. And it just goes on and on. Basically, every murder victim that he had was killed by suffocation, mostly. And then same thing, there's a couple of them, and this is all from Gacy's statements, he said that a few of them, he conned them into putting on handcuffs. So, yeah, sounds like just some very poor decisions and choices, unfortunately, by these victims. Yeah, and he just kept going.
I don't know about any of these things. I don't know, people get into people's cars with strangers. I don't know.
Well,
Okay, well, that was enlightening.
wait,
I learned
it's not
that,
over.
oh God.
So, basically all his murders went down the same way. He conned them into his house some way or another, conned them into put on handcuffs on themselves for some reason, and then he would suffocate them and then bury them in his garage or crawl space. So now onto his arrest and confession. So after being informed that the police had found human remains in his crawl space and that he would now face murder charges, Gacy told officers he wanted to clear the air. So on December 22nd, 1978, Gacy confessed to police that since 1972, he had committed 25 to 30 murders. So apparently before this, there was an investigation because I guess people eventually took notice of all the people missing.
Yeah, did the parents not do anything?
Yeah, so eventually people, I guess, wised up, and there was an investigation into him, and that's when the police, I guess when they got a warrant to search his house, they found the remains that he had buried. So yeah, basically he confessed to it all. He confessed to everyone that he killed.
Confessed to everything.
Yeah, I mean he pretty much had to, and they found all the all the bodies and shit that he buried. And then he got sentenced to death row. So after spending time in jail on May 9th. Hey, stop typing.
I'm not typing.
Yes, you are. On the morning of May 9th, 1994, Gacy was transferred from the Menard Correctional Center to Statesville Correctional Center on Crest Hill to be executed. That afternoon, he was allowed a private picnic on the prison grounds with his family. For his last meal, Gacy ordered a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, a dozen fried shrimp, French fries, fresh strawberries, and a Diet Coke. That evening, he observed prayer with a Catholic priest before being escorted to the Statesville execution chamber to receive a lethal injection.
Chicken before he was as his last meal.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. It seems like a huge waste. Wouldn't you get like a giant steak or something? I mean.
Well, I don't know. I guess he didn't like steak.
Who would say as my last meal, oh, I want a bucket of KFC?
You?
No, what the heck? I want the most. What the heck? Because I'm a fat person. I like ribeyes. I like marbled steak. So I'd be like, I want a marbled steak from Gibson Steakhouse in fucking Chicago, and I want it flown in to me.
I ordered some KFC for a last meal.
Yeah. Like, because it's, I think you can, like, I don't know if they still do it, but I guess back then you could order anything. Like, you're not, like, limited, I don't think.
Yeah,
oh, you're gonna
is it your last meal?
I would hope they'd be like, okay, well, why don't you just have a cigarette? I want a marble, like, not a light one. I want full-blown tobacco.
Honestly, I order some good old golden chick.
Yeah.
You can have someone go bring you golden chicks so it can be cold when it arrives. What the heck?
Fuck yeah.
I think I have a bowl of Raisin Bran. A little bit of sugar on top.
Yo, what if I got the bottomless shrimp from Red Lobster?
So
They couldn't execute me, bro. Bottomless, bro.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ordering the bottomless shrimp. So I mean, you're gonna have to wait for me to finish.
I don't eat Red Lobster because I have class.
So Gacy received a lethal injection, which he somehow died from, and after his after his death was confirmed, his brain was removed, and it is in the possession of Helen Morrison, a witness for the defense at Gacy's trial, who had interviewed Gacy and other serial killers in an attempt to isolate common personality traits of violent sociopaths. His body was cremated after the execution. So this lady, Helen Morrison, has his brain.
Why do you think they're was it syntax? I can't talk. I think they're wired differently or something. I mean, no, I
Yeah.
think people are just freaking weird. I don't understand.
I mean, that's what they found with Einstein.
Yeah, there was that guy that had like the tumors and whatnot in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's just things just go wrong in the building process, and people turn out to be freaks. I don't know what you do with them. Beats me.
So, Dondre, what'd you learn from this?
I learned that there are some real freakos out there. Kids, strangers. When did stranger danger go?
Hey, get closer to your mic.
When did stranger danger go? Well, I don't know. Kids are pretty dumb. I mean, I think you could teach them. They'll be like, "Hello." I learned nothing. I learned that people are freaks.
Okay.
And, I don't know.
What about you, Zach? What'd you think?
Sick.
What?
Like, it was sickening, you know?
Oh, I thought you were like, that was sick, bro.
No. Like, what I don't understand is, like, how parents didn't notice their kids were missing.
Yeah, it seems like back in that time, back in that day, there was like, I mean,
I don't know. Like even during our time, like we didn't have cell phones. I don't think our parents we would just go out and play. I
yeah.
don't ever recall me.
No, I get that, but, like, when your son doesn't return for 2 years, do you not ask, yo, where you at?
Oh yeah, didn't we have a son?
Wasn't it from 74 to 76? That was his golden years or some shit?
Yeah.
That's a 2-year period, dude. Like, what's going on?
No, I watched the documentary Streetwise, and I think it was actually during that time frame, during the 70s and 80s, and she focused on Seattle, Washington, and there was a shit ton of homeless kids. Kids would just run the fuck away, and they would just live in the fucking city and be homeless for all the rest. That was weird.
That's crazy.
I don't think you can I think you have to report it now. Like I don't think your kid can just run away. Like I think you have to report it. Like if your kid doesn't go to school, they send the truth. I think the government's in a lot of people's business. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it there. So
We just end it, or are we still live?
yeah, we're still live. Yeah. So thank you for listening.
Heck, no. Hey, school's starting back this week for a lot of kids, so
Be safe.
Yeah.
no,
Follow
don't
strangers.
stay.
Get handcuffed.
Yeah.
Talk to strangers, meet new friends.
Don't make new friends with, like, old dudes.
Well, we should have. It's too late. We had to tell James' girlfriend that. It's too late.
Shut up.
Damn.
Shut up. All right. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Listen to this while doing laundry. We're going to try and have a episode out every week. And again, send us any questions and comments you have to the email. It's in the description below. Or leave a comment, whatever. We do read it all. And yeah, be safe.
Remember, James is going to hell because he doesn't believe in God.
We'll see you next time.